Alright, so we're starting lesson 5 on Arithmetic Series, and we're looking at sums of arithmetic series. And before we start looking at arithmetic series in general, we should just talk about sums, and especially a special notation called sigma notation. So sigma notation uses the Greek letter sigma, which is this guy here. It's like a funny looking E, sigma. And sigma notation is used to denote sums. So usually when we have sigma notation, what we have is the variable k, and k can range everywhere from 1, whatever the number is on the bottom, to whatever the number is on the top. And then we have some function that we're plugging the k values into. So for example, in example 1, I have k equals 1 to 7, and I'm looking at the sum of k plus 1. So we would kind of read this in the English language as the sum of the function k plus 1 from k equals 1 to k equals 7. So the way that we can work this out is that really what this means is that we take our k values 1 through 7 and plug them in sequentially and then add all of our terms together. So my first term is going to be k equals 1, 1 plus 1 plus my k value is now 2 plus 1 plus my k value, which is now 3 plus 1 plus 4 plus 1 5 plus 1 plus 6 plus 1 all the way up to 7 plus 1. And I stop at 7 because that's the number at the top. So I started at 1 right here, and I stop at k equals 7 because that's the number on top of my sigma. Then I can add all these together. I've got 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. And when I actually find the sum there, when I add all of those together, I end up with 35. So this sigma function here, all of this is actually just equal to 35. I'm just going to erase this so that we can work on part B. So in part B, we're working on the same type of problem. We just have a different function. So our first value of k is going to be 1, and we're going up all the way up to k equals 5. So I end up with 1 over 2 to the power of 1, plus 1 over 2 to the power of 2, plus 1 over 2 to the power of 3, plus 1 over 2 to the power of 4, all the way up to 1 over 2 to the power of 5, because that is our top number. Simplifying those a little bit, I've got 1/2 plus 1/4 plus 1/8, 2 to the power of 3 is 8, plus 1/16 plus 1 over 32. If I wanted to be really exact, I guess, I would want to get common denominators there in order to add those fractions together. So I end up with a common denominator of 32, and 1/2 is the same thing as 16 over 32. 1/4 is the same thing as 8 over 32. 1/8 is the same thing as 4 over 32. 1/16 is the same thing as 2 over 32. And then I have 1 over 32. Adding all of those together, I end up with a value of 31 over 32. And that is the sum of 1 over 2 to the power of k from k